Hello to whoever is watching this right now or hearing this, and from wherever you're hearing, hello and may you be blessed. A lot of you have faced the consequences of your good heart since your childhood, right? You may have been abused, bullied, probably bullied in school. You faced some kind of trauma, some form of abuse in your childhood because you know the kind of person you are, and now that you know that people like you, most of them, they have gone through many different difficulties in their life, right? But still, as I always say, you're still here. You don't have a bitter heart. So I want to just talk about something. I don't know why and how this is related to you. So you know how when you grow older, you have friends, you have mean people around you who always try to take advantage of you, right? So this story is, so there was this little girl. Okay, these people are really, really, really little, like maybe around like 6 or 7 years old, and she had a friend in her class. Okay, so this girl, she couldn't find something. She lost something, and she told this girl, the other girl, that if you find it from me, I will be friends with you. So guess what happens? So this other girl, she ends up finding this thing for her, and she gives it to this girl who said she would be her friend. The moment she handed this, what I think it was a pen or something that she found of hers. The moment this girl received her pen, she was like, "Oh my God, who's gonna be friends with you? You really thought I was actually, saying the truth? You think I'll be friends with you?" And I don't know why I wanted to talk about this today, but it feels like most of you felt like this in your childhood, okay? And this little girl's heart broke so bad, so bad, so bad. My God, this little girl is not just some random little girl. This is whoever is listening to me now, irrespective of whatever your gender is. Your heart broke in your childhood, right? It broke into many pieces, it crashed, it burnt. The thing is, there are few people, some of you that are listening, that almost feel like, growing up and, having this journey where you started to encounter, um, I don't know how to say this, you started to like realize the potential of your heart, your own spiritual gifts and stuff like that. I don't know why I wanted to say you already had it since your childhood. Maybe you didn't pay much attention to it, okay? A lot of you have suffered, in your childhood until your adulthood now. In it, excuse me, I suddenly lost my voice. Excuse me for that. A lot of you, right? This story of yours is not something that you're facing now. The consequences of your heart. Why I keep saying this is, the kind of heart you have. It's not a weakness, it's a great strength. You have a very beautiful, very kind, very forgiving, very strong. Um, I don't know why I want to say very spiritual. I'm not someone that keeps saying these things. A very positive, benevolent heart, right? This is not just in the adulthood. If you pay attention, you have suffered from this even in your childhood. I wonder what that girl felt like actually. Can you just imagine the kind of, you know, I don't know why I want to say this. When we speak to someone, we don't realize the effect our words can have on someone. We just speak. Even as kids, right? People have bullied you, kids have been nasty towards you. Probably those people never realized how it would affect you. But imagine this now in your adulthood when something goes wrong for you or someone misbehaves with you. It breaks your heart, right? And you have been someone that's been very strong since your childhood. Since your childhood. It's not something like, okay, I discovered that I'm this kind of person now. No, you've always been like this since your childhood. This is not like one day you woke up and a miracle happened and you started getting so many spiritual signs. You were always like this. Maybe you didn't realize it. Your forgiving heart rate. Sometimes we feel so beaten because of the kind of heart you have. You feel like the world is such a heavy place. The world is such a bad place, you have this heavy feeling in your heart, right? But this is, I don't know if I could speak in your language, I'd speak it and make you understand. I don't know if it's coming across to you the way I want it to. This girl, when her friend rejected her and told her that you actually thought I'd be friends with you, I was just fooling you, right? Can you for a second just imagine? And the strength in that little child's heart. Kindly be compassionate to your childhood selves. You might judge yourself because you are not normal. You judge yourself because you are not like everyone else. You judge yourself because you did not do things according to maybe your family's expectations. Maybe your parents expected something from you. You did not do those things. Maybe your path was always different, and maybe your surrounding did not understand that. But it's not your fault. It's not your fault. You were always like this. Everyone is born a different way. Everyone is created a different way. Everyone is different. And you were different too. You are who you are. Today the emphasis is all about your heart and your childhood. I don't know why I feel even now, right as I'm speaking to you, you're an adult, but still you harbor the heart of a child. That heart of yours, right? You could be in your 50s, in your 60s, however old and however young you are. Your heart is the same. You know what I mean? You have suffered, you have definitely suffered. You've gone through trauma, depression, anxiety. Call me what you want. I'm sorry, call it what you want, but you have had the same heart. I don't know why I want to talk about it today. Cherish in who you were in your childhood, and from your childhood, right, into this adulthood right now. You were very special even in your childhood. I don't know why today I want to speak. When I started this video, I did not know what I wanted to talk about exactly, but now I do. You were special ever since your childhood. You were unique, you were gifted. You were very, very, very kind since your childhood. Yes, you suffered a lot because of the kind of person you are. Because as you know, a kind heart like yours suffers a lot. It suffers among society, it suffers among friends, among peers, among family, among parents, among siblings, right? You even suffer for someone else. All I want to say is, do not discredit yourself, do not ignore yourself, stand up for yourself, do not abandon yourself. This is something I want to say. Do not abandon yourself, because you have this feeling, right, that ever since childhood you've had this heaviness in your heart, in even in your body, that you're carrying, right? And you're tired of it at this moment, in this whatever age you are at right now. You're tired of it. It's almost like this heavy feeling. You feel like ever since childhood all of this has been piling up, piling up and piling up, and it's creating such a heavy burden on you that you just want to give up. You want to give up. You want to exit. You know what I mean? You want to exit. You want to free your mind. You want to free your body. And once again, I apologize for how you feel. This is the least I can do for you right now. The least. Because I do understand the kind of pain, the kind of trauma, the kind of disturbances, the kind of abuses, the kind of depression, anxiety, mental health disorders that you've been through. In your childhood, you just wanted to be understood by the people around you, by your friends, by your family. People thought you were not cool, but genuinely you were extremely cool for them. It's only that people were dumber because they couldn't understand you. and you still carry this somewhere in your heart today. I'm talking to those who still feel those childhood wounds in your heart, right? You still feel them like it was yesterday, it was today morning. And I want to tell you this: there's no fault in you. You're not at fault. You felt things because you could feel it better than others, and you suffered because you have a kind heart. And you know this is the story of your life. But I never, but since you have this beautiful heart, right? The one thing I never encourage you is kindness is extremely different than tolerating nonsense, okay? You can be kind, you can be the sweetest angel in this universe, be that because you are. You can be the kindest angel on this universe because you are, be that. But kindly don't think accepting nonsense from someone or accepting any kind or tolerating any kind of nonsense from someone is being a good person. You're not a good person if it spoils your mental peace. Please understand this. And once again, the theme is right now, I can understand why I wanted to make this video. It's because you've been tolerating some kind of nonsense since your childhood, okay? And I think it should stop. This is time you should, just stand up for yourself. I know it's not easy because when you want to stand up for yourself, right? There are a lot of people around you that will gaslight you, that will call you names, that will guilt trip you, that will um, flip the whole script on you, right? They'll call you the bad one. They'll call you the one that's nuts. They'll make you feel like a bad person. And even if they did something weird and evil, they will always say it was your fault, or they'll always say that it everything came from you. They will even gaslight you to the point where you will get confused that, wait, did I do something wrong? But you did not do anything wrong. There are a lot of liars around you. Please be careful to not give in to what people say. And another thing, as I said, there is something you have been tolerating since your childhood. You must stop that. With a good heart, sometimes there's also hesitation, right? You're hesitant to say anything because you feel like you might end up hurting others. But this is time that you stand up and say, this is right, this is wrong, I want this, I don't want this, I'm going to let you in, or I won't tolerate you. And you're not allowed in my space, in my house, in whatever way. You're not allowed. I'm not letting you. Okay? Once again, your heart is suffering from childhood. There's something you hold on to, or you're suffering, or you're tolerating since childhood. I think it has to stop. You are a good person. Tolerating nonsense does not make you feel good. It makes you feel beaten down. It makes you feel heavy. The more nonsense you tolerate, you're only going to feel like you don't exist anymore because you're not in your true element. So kindly stand up for yourself. And the journey sometimes gets very hard, okay? The journey gets very, very, very hard sometimes. Some days you just want to lose yourself. You want to lose your breath. You want to stop listening. You want to stop seeing. You want to stop functioning. You just want to stop and exit, okay? But kindly don't. Some days I do understand, some days it's very difficult, but kindly be compassionate towards you. You're doing everything in your power, okay? You're doing everything in your power to move forward. Please respect the effort you are putting, okay? And don't give up on yourself or on your journey, no matter what the outside looks, no matter what people make you feel like. Please stay with yourself. This is all I ask of you. Please stay with yourself. Hold yourself tight. There will be a lot of confusion, a lot of distraction, a lot of people saying a lot of different things where you cannot take it anymore. You cannot. But please don't give up. It's worth it. Don't give up. As I always say, you are needed, you're wanted. Please, if this message has reached you, kindly consider what I said. Take care of yourself. Do not let go of yourself. I love you and thank you.